Okay. Code enforcement just came up and asked to speak to somebody. Step outside and talk to them. Let them know what's going on. The only people they have right now are volunteers. There's no management. They don't usually have management here right now, or anyone that's in charge.
What time they normally come in, do you know?
No. Actually, to be quite honest, they don't really come in anymore. Only the volunteers do.
Okay. Is there any volunteer who would be in charge?
No. Not in that respect.
All right, so none of them want to come out except this.
There's just nobody that's allowed to right now. Not on behalf of...
Is that for both Cali and Elite?
You know, I'm not really allowed to talk about which ones are back there.
Okay. All right.
Huh.
Appreciate your help.
All right, man. Sorry about that. Yeah, so he had originally come on to post probably about 11:35, despite the warnings that are posted. The warning that's posted right here, which talks about it. So I'm not really sure what he was doing back here, but I told him he was trespassing and he needed to step outside the property, which he did. But maybe he just can't read. I'm not sure. You know, it says to all local law enforcement agencies, local, state, federal, to any local, county, state, federal officer, this is private property. You're not allowed to enter into the private property without a valid search warrant. To all law enforcement agencies, state, county, federal, state, and to any law and county, state, federal office, unless you have proper permission from the established management, you may not enter. To all law enforcement, local, county, state, federal, and any local, county, state, federal that enter of this property, validated search warrant. Without a search warrant, you will be held responsible, liable for any damages to property. And it also goes on to talk about here to all local, state, and law enforcement. If you enter this private property with or without a valid search warrant, you will enter without probable cause. And if you assault on a patient, volunteer, or a security officer, you will seek full prosecution, criminal, such as things of that nature. But apparently either he can't read or I'm not sure. But he hasn't been advised that he's trespassing. At this point, I'm not really sure what his intention is, so we'll have to wait and see. But he's been advised of the same thing that we've been advised, which is that at this point, there's only volunteers and nobody that is allowed to take the paperwork he's requested. So, we'll wait and see what he wants to do. Like I said, just probably maybe 2 minutes prior, he had walked up and asked to serve papers. Like I said, I let him know he's trespassing. He stepped outside the property where you saw him when I went to speak to him the second time. And just as a side note, it is presently October 20th, 2014, 11:41 a.m. And the initial conversation probably took place no less than 7 minutes ago. There's also another notice right here. It says, attention, you must have a valid doctor's recommendation and a valid California identification to proceed beyond this point. So, all that good stuff. We'll wait and see what he does from this point on. Good. Your recommendation ID, please? Yes, sir. Are you a returning patient?
I am a returning patient.
Okay.
Just got that in the mail today, man.
Awesome.
Comparing the 26 and the 21. It's
there you are.
depressing.
Just step inside and to your left. To your left, please. So we'll just wait and see what's going to happen at this point. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, but for the sake of being able to make sure that this is properly recorded and posted, I'm going to stop the recording presently and then restart the recording immediately again, as of right now. And the time as of stopping is 11:43 a.m., October 20th, Stopping recording now.